Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. And we're here outside of Fiend territory. Oh dear. Well, I guess there's a few left. Here they come. Sheesh. Okay, anyway, today I want to go to Camp McCarran. We can also go to Repcon headquarters, the Brotherhood of Steel Patrol, Knight Lorenzo wants to examine Edie. Are there more of them? Driver Neffy's head. Neffy's golf driver. Part of a headhunting mission. Camp McCarran is close by, so I think we'll go there. You jerk. It's a bit northeast. I might have to cross the river here. Or, not river, but... I can't aim that far. Cross the bridge. New Vegas Steel. More fiends. Oh, the robots went crazy. Oh, God. Mr. Steel. That does nothing. Hurt my head. Use a doctor's bag. There we go. Oh, the fiends are here. They follow me in here. Okay, what's going on at the steel mill? Patriots cookbook. Ah, star bottle cap. Why are all the bots going crazy? New Vegas Steel factory automation test in progress. Current test time 204 years. Lucky 8 executive override. Oh, I got that option because I have the Lucky 8 key card from that NCR officer. I stole it from his desk. What does that do? It doesn't seem to do anything. Well, the machinery's still running. After all this time. Ammo. Looks like that's about it. Just some ammo boxes. Mr. Steele. Okay.
Contact.
What's this over here? Oh my god. Ah. Can't carry all this. What is this? South Vegas Ruins East Entrance. Oh, I think I've been in here. Yeah, this is where the fiends were. Yeah, it's just another entrance to the same section where Vault 3 is. Okay. That's all the South Vegas Ruins. Don't need to go in there. Alright, where's Camp McCarran from here? I gotta cross the bridge. Now. Dang it. They do not give you much time to react. Well, at least I survived. Man, how many times have my limbs been broken? My body is resilient. It can handle it. Motel? El Rey Motel. There's Vegas. We're close. I'm taking it the hotel is not in service. They've shut down. It's not safe out here. Wastelander.
Hey.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Boone. Probably a druggie. Ah, star bottle cap. Are you friendly? Hi there. Chem addict.
The NCR's top ranger, Chief Hanlon, put a gun in his mouth. Think he would have done that if the NCR stood a chance at beating the Legion?
How did you find out about that? Something stuck in the ground. A fiend morphed into the ground. Camp McCarran? Is that it? McCarran Field. Okay. That's it. Alright, let's head in, see if we can find a vendor. Howdy.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
I'm friends with the NCR. They still won't let me raid their ammo boxes. Ooh. I gotta put my sunset sarsaparilla. There we go. Back on my hotbar there. Look at all the tents. It's a big camp.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
I hope so. Magazine. Lad's life. Who's in charge around here?
I wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
They won't mind if I borrow this doctor's bag. Or this magazine. Another lad's life. Hello, you look important.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
No.
We put our trust in Hanlon and look where it got us. Makes you wonder if we can trust anyone at all.
You can trust me. I'm loyal to the NCR. Look at those, all those doctor's bags. There's magazines there. Oh. Am I hidden? She can see me. Damn, I'll have to come here at night and loot the place. Broken terminal.
We still haven't gotten Ranger Morales' body back from the fiends. Sure doesn't inspire confidence in the guys who serve him.
Ranger Morales? Haven't gotten his body back from the fiends? Sergeant Bitterroot.
I'm Bitterroot, first recon. You got a reason to talk to me?
Bitterroot, you have an unusual name.
You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name?
Speech 30. I didn't mean to offend. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
It's a con name. You know, the great cons. That's what my parents were.
Oh.
I figured I grew up around the bastards. They owed me a name after all they put me through.
What happened to your parents?
They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right if you ask me.
Harsh. Tell me about what happened at Bitter Springs.
It was a massacre. That's what a lot of NCR folk will tell you. Most of them feel plenty bad about what happened. But I was there. Saw it myself. I don't care what anybody says. The cons asked for Bitter Springs. They wouldn't leave the NCR be. My damn parents, too. They were just as bad as the rest.
So Bitter Springs was a great con, or a con. How did he survive the massacre?
Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the cons. Maybe he felt bad, too. About how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in.
You don't really mean what you said about your parents, did you?
Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was a... how'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass.
I see. So your name, it comes from Bitter Springs.
You're not fully grown till you've taken a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the cons of Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. The way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. That's all I got from the cons. It's all I ever want.
Bitter man, okay. I've heard enough. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah,
How long have you been with the 1st Recon?
while, I guess.
He's got the beret.
Keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark.
Your father is your commanding officer? Is that allowed?
Yeah, look, he's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story. and I'd get tired of talking before it was through.
I don't think I learned who his commanding officer is. Where can I find some work around here?
You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my father.
Oh, Major Daughtry.
Major Daughtry. He's our CO.
Okay, what do you know about the Great Khans?
They're scum. Lazy, trumped-up raiders. Most of the time they're drunk or high, and when they're not shooting chems, they're selling them. Used to have a settlement up at Bitter Springs till they pissed off NCR and got slaughtered for their trouble. A lot of us got killed at Bitter Springs. A lot of them, I mean. My parents died too. All right, goodbye.
Hey,
Hello.
Alright, we need to chat with this Daughtry fellow. Hey look, magazines. 10 of spades.
we put our trust in Hamlin, and look where. Hey, my man! 10 of spades. First recon sharpshooter at your service.
10 of spades, where did you get that name?
The LT. Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades, but the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay though. I get a few more kills under my belt. He'll move me up to Jack. Jack of spades. Sounds better, right?
I like the sound of that.
Eventually I'll make it to ace. Think I'll skip queen though.
Queen of spades. Are you alright?
Oh yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
It's kind of rude. I'm sure I can make fun of him. Are you sure? I'm sure it doesn't.
Damn right.
How long have you been a sharpshooter?
Shit. Long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid too.
When did you enlist in the military?
Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they really know how to kick some ass.
What do you do around here?
Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
Well, I've pretty much wiped them out.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
See you around. I'll let you get back to
Sounds like we're running perimeter.
kicking ass sniper rifle.
Take my leave at the strip.
Bonus critical damage. Damage 18. That's pretty bad, but it's not in good shape. Maybe I can repair it.
Fine by me.
I just wonder if that would be better than a hunting rifle. Maybe I can give that to Boone. Corporal Sterling.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, first recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place.
Interesting rifle you have there. Lever action, right?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
Have you always been with the 1st Recon?
Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why'd you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you manage to escape?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
Nice. How long have you been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
I wonder if I can steal his
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it.
gun. No, not right off him.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a new...
Lieutenant Gorbets.
I heard you killed Driver Nafai. My team would have liked to get a shot at him, but we're still glad he's dead.
Oh yeah, the fiend we killed. I got their head. Does the NCR usually offer bounties on people?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
Okay, where's my bounty? Where's my money? Tell me about First Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at First Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
Oh, jeez. I can talk to Betsy without getting, or about getting medical help for her trauma, if you want.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
What happened to Sterling?
Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to First Recon.
Tell me about First Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR.
Yeah, you said that. Okay.
Carry on.
I gotta find this Betsy. Oh, Betsy, hi. You're right there.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
Have you seen any serious combat here?
Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty.
What do you mean?
Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes.
First I've heard about conscience in a while.
Yeah, doesn't sound like me at all, right? But it happens. Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all.
Whoa, calm yourself there. How about a date? I like tough women. You're a sniper?
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude?
I didn't know that all snipers wear shades.
They don't. Only the good ones do.
Oh.
My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck.
You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm First Recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
We can do medicine 40. Mental trauma can slow you down or distract you, but it's treatable, just like any bullet wound.
Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right. You can tell the lieutenant I finally caved. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Okay. I thought you should know Cook is dead. I did kill him, I think last episode.
You killed him? Well, shit. Here I dreamed up this whole elaborate revenge fantasy.
Sorry, I ruined it.
But as long as the tubby bastard was actually alive, I could pretend like I would. Here, I owe you. Take it and get out of here, before I indulge my inner bitch and spoil the moment.
I like your attitude. Oh, I got NCR dollars.
Hey, Doc.
Hey,
Hey, Bryce. You were the one in the Vault 3.
Thanks for the help back at Vault 3. I
No
couldn't have
problem.
done it without the assist.
What can I do for you?
I convinced Corporal Betsy to get help from Dr. Usanagi.
I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually stick with the treatment because of what you said.
I hope so.
I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to look bad in front of the rest of the squad. You settled that. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on.
All right, Usanagi. Is that the Newvegas Medical Clinic? Oh, okay. Is that in New Vegas proper? Well, we'll see.
Hello?
Let's look around, little Buster.
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard.
Are you supposed to be famous or something?
Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women.
I'm sorry. Why does Daughtry owe you caps?
Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror?
I take it they were fiends?
Damn right they were. And they were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done.
How long have you been a bounty hunter?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs.
You've worked a lot of different jobs?
Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job.
What?
Price of excellence.
You're just lazy. I've been known to hunt a few bounties myself.
Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit.
What are you gonna do now?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gamora and win big at cards.
Great plan.
There's not as many people playing at Gamora, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works. Why did you quit the trade?
See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole.
Right. Wanna play a hand of caravan? No.
Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
Right. Well, he'll be dead in a month. Boone. Alright, have I met everyone yet?
Too bad about Chief Hanlon. He did what he thought was best for us.
Bryce, 10 of spades.
About time. God, what was coming to him.
Yeah, I had fun vaporizing him.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
Turned him into a puddle of glowing green goo. What do we got here? Ends. Crap. There we go. Reset my tries. Redhead. Jones, I transferred that redhead you liked over to admin. You'll be sitting next to her all day, so don't come crying to me if you can't get her in your bunk. Oh, and you owe me big time for this favor. I'll let you know when I think of something. Bunch of children here. Reminder. All personnel must secure their terminals before leaving their post. We don't need another situation like the one Private Crenshaw created last week. Hi there. What's up, Jones? Crenshaw here. So you've got your eye on that pretty redhead, huh? I'll be sure to fill her in on your farting, probably, seeing as how we're buddies and all. P.S. You didn't secure your terminal very well. Choose a better password next time. No, you ruined his chances. With the redhead. It's over. She's allergic to farting. Dark in here. Is that the president?
Something I can do for you?
Aaron Kimball. James Shue.
Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault.
Yeah, we heard of you.
Can't tell you how relieved I am. Sending him on that mission was a mistake.
You didn't have a choice. The fiends were a growing threat.
That's probably true, but I wonder if I should have taken a different strategy entirely. Although my options were certainly limited, with most of our forces tied up garrisoning this place. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly. We're all glad to have him back. Thank you.
Alright, Motor Runner is dead. I brought his helmet as proof.
Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. This may be a major turning point for us. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later, taking more heads off of fallen troopers. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. You may not be NCR, but hey, it's only fair.
Close enough. I've been providing you guys with a lot of assistance. I'm here to provide support. Is there anything I might be able to help with?
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
Okay, you seem calm given that things are as bad as they are.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
I could look into who's leaking NCR intelligence.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak.
Phew.
I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
Got it. I bet I can make the Legion prisoner talk.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
Alright, how are things going for the NCR around here?
Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan.
Where does that leave you?
Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
What's Camp McCarran's role in the NCR operations?
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
Okay, are things mostly quiet between here and the dam?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. It sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
Yeah, I think we helped her out already. What challenges does the NCR face here?
Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. we met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw.
Got it.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, we got a few new quests. Let's have a chat with Boone. We haven't talked to him in a while. He might have some new dialogue.
Pisses me off that Legion slavers can just operate on NCR turf like that. If we hadn't caught up to them, they'd probably have a clear path to the river. No one to stop them. There should be patrols, checkpoints. We got greedy, overstretched. Now our own territory is insecure.
Tell me about yourself.
If you want.
Can I ask him about his wife now? Tell me about your wife.
I met Carla while I was at the Strip on leave. She said I looked lost. She talked a lot. Suited me fine. I never know what to say. And listening to her, it could make you forget. She stuck out pretty much everywhere we went. Like she was from a different time. A better time. I never met anyone like her. Yeah.
Alright, well, it's good he's opening up. I think the more quests we do, especially for the NCR, he'll continue to open up and have more dialogue. Let's have a chat with Captain Curtis. Upstairs? Oh, hi there. Angela Williams.
You're new. I'm Angela Williams. Were you just looking around, or...?
What is this place?
This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
Are you a scientist?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Need help with anything?
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Mercs? What for?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you. Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Well, we can have a chat with Hilden. He might need help with something. There he is.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Yeah. No, this is the first I've heard about Vault 22.
No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Nothing's impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over, but how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Scientific discovery is never so simple as that.
Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
All right, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand?
Yes, I know what a computer is.
Information on the central server to your Pip-Boy.
I'm no
You'll be
savage.
certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Sure. Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
Of course.
Oh? What might those be?
Let's see. Tell me more about the OSI.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you.
You probably would.
Say, we are the leading edge.
Getting bored already.
Our work focuses on practical matters. Medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
You said you were the director of OSI?
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our Eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have, but I've found some promising leads.
You're doing all these things yourself?
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
So NCR has a food shortage?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself,
Hey.
not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
Can you dumb it down for me further? What other responsibilities does this office have?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
Do you control the dam from here?
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. We were starting to bring the Helios 1 facility online as well. That might have increased our power output by half. But some Wasteland scum managed to sabotage the array. Probably got quite a laugh at our expense. Very funny indeed.
Whoopsie.
I'd pay a year's salary for a crack at that maniac. Not that he'd ever show his face in a place like this.
But it's up and running, right? By sabotaging it, Did I completely wreck the plant? Is it not producing any power at all? If that's the case, I'm not sure that's what I wanted to do. Ah well, it's done. No going back. What do you think of NCR's chances against the Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So he wants us to go check out Vault 22. Now we did find Vault 22. There it is up there. Yeah, it was that vault, and there's a lot of green overgrowth outside. I didn't go in, though.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really
hello.
isn't any of my business, but did he give you a job?
Why, yes, he did.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault.
Yeah, the mercenaries.
There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back.
So it's dangerous.
A week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and And he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
He said it would be easy. No problem.
But now he's hired you. Which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
I can do that. I'll look for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
I do tend to light up the room. People tend to like me, trust me. Despite me being a total charisma vacuum. Camp McCarran. Okay. Now there's the Legion soldier we can help interrogate. I'm not sure where they are. Inaccessible. Probably in there. Any magazines? Nope. Hey, no rads though in the water. We got clean water. That's good. Nothing. Curtis. Ronald Curtis.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Colonel Shu wanted me to help you look into the recent intelligence leaks?
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago.
Where should I start?
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor.
Got it. Who should I be talking to about intelligence leaks again? No, we don't need that. What do you do here?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit.
Okay, we'll ask around. Sniper nest location. Can I have this? Oh, don't sit there. Deliver station Camp Forlorn Hope, full for Palatli Joseph Major, or highest ranking officer Major. This is to inform you that a small sniper nest has been successfully set up near Cottonwood Cove as requested. The nest should have some bedding and a small amount of supplies, but no weaponry. The sniper should be forewarned that the position is close to the enemy camp, and upon completing his or her objective, should get the fuck out of there as soon as flamingly possible. The coordinates are 12 minus 22. Good luck and good hunting. They got a sniper nest outside Cottonwood Cove. That's in the southeast, I believe. And I've not been there yet. Inaccessible. Hornsby.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now.
Oh.
Boy, is she pissed.
Alright, let's have a chat. Boyd.
You got something to say? You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
Who are you?
Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it?
Lay it on me.
Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Do you need any help?
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God Centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Is that a big deal?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
What do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Maybe he was ordered to be captured for some reason. Why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless? What about a truth drug?
Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband.
Oh, snap.
But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable.
Have you tried calling him hurtful names?
Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye.
Why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration.
But I'm not NCR.
Favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR.
Yeah.
Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane.
I'm a lunatic.
It's a winning combination.
So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
That sounds fun. Let's go.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Oh god. What kind of skill checks are we gonna have here?
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along.
Save my game here.
I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in.
What?
You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
I gotta come in here alone. Alright, Silas.
What an ugly little worm
Silas.
you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
Don't be mean to me. Speech, you smell like excrement, so there.
I must admit that a conversation with an imbecile may be far worse than the kind of torture I was anticipating. But somehow I think I'll manage.
Wait a minute. It didn't tell me what kind of skill I needed for that speech check. Let me just go ahead and use a speech. Do I have a speech? Here we go. Speech magazine. I don't know if this is gonna work, but...
What an ugly little worm you...
I think you're confused. I'm with the excrement right now.
You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order.
You must miss giving orders, now that all your men are dead.
Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors.
Sounds to me like you were too gutless to follow Caesar's orders. Success.
I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room.
She's back.
Something the matter, Silus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset him.
Had enough?
Alright, let's do what she says.
You'd better step out. You've upset him.
Your turn.
Miserable fucking degenerate.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If we were on the other side of the river, I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Silus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Your tactics are a joke.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
Both of you can rot.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
Oh god, but my magazine thing wore off.
We don't have anything to discuss, worm.
Damn it. But I want to know how a coward can attain the rank of Centurion.
Coward? I've faced odds that would make your NCR soldiers wet themselves. I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, it was they who feared me. But suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear capture. It says if you're caught, you can be broken.
So you were unafraid to cut any throat but your own.
You think I'm going to slit
Success.
my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken. He's been shutting himself in his tent.
Skipped a bit of dialogue there.
Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead.
Complains of headaches, huh? Continue listening.
Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot.
Who's the operative?
I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night. Sometimes that intelligence would find its way to my cantery.
I think I've heard all I need to. You've been very helpful.
I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that.
Well, we didn't learn a whole lot, but we know that Caesar is having headaches. He might be ill. And whoever the spy is, they're radioing back at night. They're operating at night. Alright, let's have a chat with Boyd.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant.
Nice.
From what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Can't believe I got through that with those skill checks. Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
Anyone else missing?
Yeah. The man I'm more interested in is Corporal White. White had a lot of promise. Wanted to be a ranger as bad as anyone I've seen. But he also had some extracurricular activities going. Now he's gone.
I'll see what I can find out about Corporal White for you.
Word around the base is he'd been going regularly to visit a hooker named Dazzle at Gamora. That's a casino on the Strip. Classy place. His belongings are up in the barracks in the concourse building. First bunk on your left if you're facing it from the center. I haven't had a chance to look through his things yet, so that might be a good place to begin.
Alright, tell me about the break-ins.
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Okay, would you be willing to give me the control tower access key so I can check it out?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like, and if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
Okay, you said there have been thefts?
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions 12 times. Nothing.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for your missing supplies.
Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept. Yep. See you around.
Okay, well, we got a lot of... I talked to you, right?
We're running
Yeah.
grim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Got a lot of new quests here. Some people to find, a mystery to solve, a spy, goods are missing. Yeah, alright. There's a lot of stuff to do here in Camp McCarran. And we're gonna get dive into it more next time. Let's take a drink of water there. But we successfully passed all the speech checks and the interrogation there, which I'm happy about. Alright. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.